Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. This is the Earth Angel Network. Thank you so much for stopping by. So this reading is actually a collective message. I have a pre-pulled oracle spread, and then I'm going to use the tarot for clarification. So let me just jump right in. So the message, as you probably saw by the thumbnail, has to do with vision. And what I'm getting is that a lot of you guys right now, you have been holding a vision of your life, okay? Of who you are, of what your life could look like, how your purpose would manifest in reality. And you are holding yourself back. Okay, that's what I'm getting from these hands that are not in color. You're holding yourself back, and a lot of you guys don't believe that you are good enough in a way. Like maybe you're not admitting that to yourself, but a part of you doesn't feel ready to pursue your vision on some level, or you keep coming up with doubts and reasons to not act on your vision. But interestingly, two of the cards that you got today all have owls in them. And owls are representative of wisdom and clear sight. Owls have amazing vision. In light and in darkness. And their sight's even better in darkness, actually. So I feel like a lot of you guys have been in a hermit mode. You've been in a time period that hasn't felt as light, okay? In terms of the experiences you were having and the phase you were in. But I feel as though during that time, God, the Most High, the divine source, whatever you believe in, was trying to clarify your vision in that period of darkness, okay? Or lack of light. And I feel as though a lot of you guys, even though you have a very good vision, or very clear vision of your life. I think a lot of you know what you want to do. You know where you want to go. You know what things bring your life color, okay? You know what fire is burning in your heart or in your soul and what ignites that fire in your soul. But for some reason, again, you're holding yourself back. Because I think, again, there's this lack of trust in yourself or in the vision, or for you to carry out the vision. This card has a mole at the bottom, and moles, actually, their eyesight is almost the opposite of owls. They have horrible eyesight. And I feel like a lot of you are acting as if this is your state of being, or this is how you are. And the reason why you're refusing to step into your owl energy and you're resting in this mole state is because you're afraid to be a beginner. You're afraid to begin. You're afraid to be this sprouting plant that's just in its beginning phase. You're scared to start, okay? Because you're not sure of how this will grow or what you will manifest into. But the interesting thing is that there are these two rainbows, and at the end of the rainbow, what is there? There's gold, right? And I feel like what this is saying, what the divine is communicating through me to you, is that you are so much more than you believe you are. Okay? You are like this ego, this eagle, not ego, eagle, right? That is waiting to soar. Okay? But you have to be willing to step out on the ledge and take flight. And I feel another thing that's coming through with this message is you are destined, okay, to live this life that you are afraid won't manifest if you step out on the ledge. This is not your energy. You are not a mole. You're not a mole. And earlier I said ego. Sometimes ego can be big in a sense that it's boisterous. It's self-aggrandizing, right? But it can also work against us. And I feel like you're not seeing yourself clearly, okay? You're not perceiving yourself clearly. I want to look something up right now. 1 second. Let me see. I want to see something. Exactly here it says, because I was trying to see about ego, and it's like ego can make you feel insecure just as much as it can make you, it can project itself out as being arrogant, but it can also be fragile and be seated in fears and self-doubt, right? So it's like you are much more than what you are giving yourself credit to be. You are wiser than what you're giving yourself credit to be. You are a visionary, like I said earlier. And there's like something that this card also talks about is like if you, in your life right now, you might be feeling a sense of, you might be feeling uninspired. You might be feeling a bit jaded, maybe tired, maybe lethargic or fatigued or just not full of color, right? Like your life does not feel full of color. And this card speaks of that being a symptom of you not being connected to your vision. When you're connected to your vision, it will fuel you. It will give you that energy. It will give you something to wake up to in the morning. It will inspire you. It'll give you hope. And I feel like a lot of you guys, when you were younger, something that this card also talks about, I think, is like when we're younger, we come into life with a certain level of vitality and creativity and vision. And sometimes we lose that along the way. But you need to find that again. And finding that will happen when you take this leap and you trust yourself. And the more that you lean into this vision, the more that your world will fill up with color. And again, there's these snakes, this snake skin that's around here. And it's not in color. And I feel like there is something about the old you that needs to be shed. There's something old, an old energy, an old way of being that needs to be shed. And that will allow you to step into this colorful reality. There's something that you're doing or some way that you're thinking that doesn't align with the life that you are trying to manifest. This card says, align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? What needs to change? Is it how you see yourself? Okay? Are you having a broken old image of yourself? Because this girl is beautiful, but her image in this card is distorted. You may not be seeing yourself correctly. You've gone through a lot of change. There's been a lot of change. And like I said, I think there's still some skin that needs to be shed. But the fact that this snake is there at all, it's like, and you have shed a lot in this time of being in your hermit mode, doing your shadow work. And you've gained a ton of wisdom. And I feel like these hands, again, one symbolism of them was holding yourself back, but I think another symbolism is that you are being supported, okay? You are being supported by the divine. In this, through this darkness, you've been supported, but it's time to step into the light, okay? It's time to step into this vision that you have for yourself and to believe in yourself, to trust, and to believe that you are much more than what you think you are. I'm going to pull, there's another card here also that I had pulled earlier. This is the 11th house. This vision that you have, once you start stepping into it, you're going to find like-minded souls. This vision is going to help you create community. For those of you that have been sort of a dark period, that felt lonely or felt isolated or felt like there wasn't any support, okay, besides support from the divine. This vision is going to help you create a community. It's going to help you find your tribe. It's going to help you discover parts of yourself. And it's going to give you a sense of purpose because you're going to be giving back to humanity. It's going to bring a sense of hope into your life. And it may even help you find a lover, or may bring in a lover for those of you that are looking for love. Let's see what here card came out. Yeah, it came out in reverse. This is 7 of Cups in reverse. And yeah, right now, you guys are feeling this sense of a lack of purpose, a lack of clarity, right? But it's like you need to make a choice to start pursuing your vision, right? Don't keep having excuses. Even here, 8 of Cups in reverse as well. When it's upright, it's walking away from what no longer serves. When it's upright, you're walking away from what no longer serves you. You're willing to leave behind the old and move towards the new. But in reverse like this, You're scared to move into something new. There's an energy of stagnation and staying in something that's no longer emotionally fulfilling. And I feel like that's what's happening here, is like you need to move forward. And maybe this message is just to trigger that desire to finally take the leap. So take the leap. There's going to be something fruitful at the end of it. And don't be afraid to put in the work. Don't be afraid of doing what is required. Because with the mole, something that this card also talks about lastly is that, yes, the mole does not have good sight, but it has a good sense of touch and smell. And it can feel its way through everything. So know that not only are you equipped with the sight and the vision, but your intuition is guiding you. You know what you need to do. You can feel where you need to go. So trust that. Just trust. And that's all I have for you. I love you guys. See you in the next one. Have a good one.